Hold up, hold up, hold up. It's that boy Changeofplanz. Don't give a damn. He cooler than a fan. Walking real tall. Some say he's a man.
Yeah, you give me some stuff like, and bro, one thing, before we did this interview, we always talk before we do it. We laugh and just talk about a whole bunch of different things. And you was like, man, one time, I think you said you and your NBA partner had got robbed or something like that.
Yeah, we got robbed in Dennys in Orlando when he was playing up there. Crazy shit.
Now, when that happened, was this around the same time? Was it after? Like, was it doing around 15, or was it after 15, or was it before 15?
Nah, this like right after I got shot, like in 09 or 2010, something like that. Yeah, I had just got shot. You know what I'm saying? My little partner, been knowing him since we was in elementary playing ball together. Like, that been made it to the NBA because he was dedicated, but we was just as good as each other. Like, so I could have made it too. That's how I know it, you feel me?
Yeah.
But, different cars, you feel me? But he was concerned about me. He like, bitch, come up here with me. I'm gonna put you on payroll. Just come watch my back. Went up there, but he didn't understand, like, about me being in the streets and doing the shit I was doing. I had like a dark cloud on me, and karma was following me. It ain't matter where I was going or what I was going to do. That shit was coming with me, you know what I'm saying? I had just got shot. I had just dodged the case where I was supposed to go. It's crazy because, like, I was supposed to go to jail, right? And the day before the court date, I was supposed to go turn myself in. I got shot. The judge knew I got shot when I went back to court. Spared me, like, I think it was a female judge. She was like, if you can't see your life is going down, she was like, I don't think jail gonna fix it for you. She was like, I don't want to send you to jail. She was like, go rehabilitate yourself, you know what I'm saying? So I got spared, you feel me? Shot to Orlando. Anyway, long story short, we went to the club. I had a chick from Baton Rouge that I had flew from up here. She really from Denver, but she was in Baton Rouge. I flew her to Orlando. She was up there staying with me for the weekend. We went out the night before, all of us. The next night she was tired, she didn't want to go, so me and him just go. We get VIP section, got hoes in the section. He hollered at some of the hoes that we had in the section. We live in Maitland, in like a nice little baby mansion, but the club like 45 minutes in maybe North Orlando, don't make me lie, whatever. So we go to, it's a club called JJ Whispers, hit that bitch. Now we leave, go all the way home. Pull in the garage, the girl called him. She like, oh, you don't want to come eat at Dennys with me? So he look at me like, man, them hoes in the club, like, I'm finna go eat at Dennys with him. I'm like, man, you tripping, man. We at home, like, let's go inside. I'm like, I got shawty inside, I ain't tripping. He like, nigga, you got shawty inside, I'm trying to fuck something, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna be selfish, I'm gonna ride with you, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I really just don't want to let him go by a bit. Long story short, we pulling Dennys. I see the hoes that he hollered at, like, leaning on the car, and when we put past the car, they had a nigga in the driver's seat. And my first mind was like, that shit ain't look right, you know what I'm saying? But then, yeah, cause I got PTSD at the time. Like, I'm on everything, you know what I'm saying? I don't miss nothing now, but I really wasn't missing nothing then. But you know how, like, they say, always follow your first mind? But this time I didn't follow it because I used to be so paranoid. I used to have to convince myself that I was tripping sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, are you tripping, man? That could be like just one of the, cause it's like 3 girls. Just cause it's one nigga don't mean like nothing, cause he could just be one of the other girls' boyfriend, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm like, I'm tripping. So I had my get. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna bring that bitch inside. Leave that bitch into the car. Put that bitch on the stairs, but going in about 10 minutes later, we sitting down to order. A nigga, with my back turned to the door, my partner who playing the NBA, he could see the door. And I could see his eyes get big, like, just his reaction. So I'm like, man, what's wrong? He like, look. So I turn around, they got a nigga coming through the door, all black. That nigga don't even come straight to us. That nigga jump on the cash register counter, rob Dennys. Bitch, give me all the money. So while that was going on, you know, I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, that nigga here for us. That's the same nigga in the car, like what I see, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we got buku jewelry on and shit. My partner had on like this big ass circle piece medallion. It's kind of like the Trill Entertainment circle piece,
Yeah.
but it had a Egyptian pyramid with the Illuminati eye in the middle of it. Blue, yellow, white, green diamonds. It was nice, you know what I'm saying? Worth about 40K if I ain't mistaken, like no cap. So he had that on with you remember that big ass bracelet Boo used to wear? He had one of them on. I had a couple like small Cuban diamonds, Figaro chains on, and I knew I was trying to take everything off, but I knew to tell him take the big chain off first. I'm like, man, give me that chain. You know what I'm saying? So he threw that bitch over the table. That bitch kind of hit the table. Hurry up and snatched that bitch out the table, stuffed it in my drawer. By the time I went to take the chains off my neck, he hadn't came with the gun on my neck too. Yeah, come on, nigga, run me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck. Couldn't get them bitches off, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't about dying about the jury, but I ain't gonna lie, the nigga he was so close to me, I was trying to stall him out. I thought about might have want to wrestle with him, but then he backed up off me like, I hit you with this bitch, because I think he could feel my energy. Like, he could see I was stalling, because I was like going slow, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, boy, I hit you with this bitch. So I'm like, man, you could have this shit. And then I had just got shot, so I'm like, I ain't trying to feel that shit again. Fuck that. Like, this shit ain't really worth it, you know what I'm saying? You could have this shit. And that's why I say, like, sometimes a gun being involved, like you having your gun, like that ain't always the best circumstances. Cause if I'd have had my gun, I'd have been waiting for him. I'd end up killing him enough. And I ain't saying that I wanted to kill him or I wasn't about killing him, but I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to deal with the turmoil after, you know what I'm saying, taking somebody's life. You don't know how that might change your life or what you got to go through. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of thank God I didn't have a gun. Like, we both go home, you know what I'm saying? He got his life, I got mine, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or I could have thought I had the ups on him, tried to shoot him, he could have shot me and I died behind that jury, you know what I'm saying?
Was he from y'all area? Oh, you said you was in Orlando?
I was in Orlando. He was from over there. A little neighborhood from by the club. The police ended up finding him and getting the jury back. Guess who? Master P helped get the jury back.
What? How that happened?
Master P is my little partner mentor. Yeah. Okay.
Wow. That's crazy.